Hey guys, Probo1701 here, and today I want to talk regarding this rumor that's been going around the past couple days about the possibility of Doctor Who being canceled, that may be on the table. And I want to say right now, I think that's crap. I think that's utter crap. I don't think there's any way they're going to cancel Doctor Who right now. While the current incarnation of the show isn't the best, and while the current incarnation of the show isn't getting good ratings, matter of fact, the lowest ratings I think that the modern show has gotten. So much more of the Doctor Who brand is reliant on the show staying on the air. For instance, the sales of the Classic Who box set are going really well. They sell a lot. They're only, once they release season 8 and season 24 later this year, will be about a third of the way through the classic era of Doctor Who, getting them in the Blu-ray collection. Still two-thirds to go. I don't think they would risk the chances of those sales dwindling or drying up by canceling the show. Also, there are so many other lines Doctor Who has going. They have their comics, which I'm sure they make money from. They also have the steelbook range. We have the modern series steelbooks. I'm pretty sure that they want to keep putting those out and keep interest strong in those. We also have the animations, the Doctor Who animations. I'm assuming they make pretty good money off those, which is why they keep doing them. We know we're getting Web of Fear this year, and I always get the steelbooks from those. And I know there are some Who fans out there who get the steelbook, the Blu-ray, and the DVD, so they triple dip. There's so much money that the BBC could lose from canceling Doctor Who, because if the show just stopped suddenly, interest in all of this other stuff could dwindle. It wouldn't go away. There's a lot of us hardcore classic fans. We're still going to get the box sets, but I could see interest dwindling in all of the other stuff that's not the new show or the current era of the show. I am a little concerned that we still haven't gotten more animation announcements. I did a video on that recently where I talked about I'm surprised they haven't announced the next major animation like Evil or Abominable. I'm a little concerned about that. But there's so much money that they could lose because there's so many things Doctor Who has going right now. We have the Blu-ray box sets, we have the animations, we have the steelbook line. And that's just the stuff I can think of right off my hand. There's the novelizations that are so popular. There's the whole Time Lord Victorious thing. I don't know how well that's doing. I don't know if that's making them a lot of money or if that's I don't know. I don't have any interest in Time Lord Victorious, so I don't know how well that's doing money-wise and sales-wise. And it just doesn't make sense to cancel Doctor Who. We already know they're working on Series 13 right now, and that will, I know they haven't announced an air date. I'm going to assume late this year. So we'd probably get that late this year. And by that point, we're almost to 2023, which is the 60th, and I don't think they would cancel Doctor Who right before the 60th anniversary because they're going to make so much money off that. Think how big the 50th anniversary was. Think how much all the marketing they did for it. They made a really big push for Doctor Who in 2013. And I think they're going to do the same thing for the 60th. They're going to come out with some of the best box sets. The season 1 box set will probably come out that year. I can see season 13 coming out that year. Season 25 coming out that year. I'm pretty sure 2023 is going to be a big year for Doctor Who to celebrate the 60th. We'll probably get a 60th anniversary special. At least we're assuming we are. It makes sense to. Which will probably be some kind of multi-Doctor story. Give me some classic Doctors, please. Sean Pertwee for the 3rd Doctor for the win. I want that. It doesn't make sense. And I know some people might be like, but the show's not doing good. They need to just kill it. The ratings are bad. But here's the thing. Doctor Who, more than any other show on television, is a show you can change and fix. I mean, the show is literally built around change. The show evolves. That's what it's been doing since 1966, is evolving ever since Hartnell regenerated into Troughton. We're talking about a show that is built on the idea of reinventing itself every few years. Doctor Who does that better than any other show, period. It's built the show reinventing itself is built into the very fabric of the show, the DNA of the show. I mean, we have an in-universe reason why the entire cast can change every few years. The companions come and go, but we always get new ones. The Doctor himself we can replace because of an in-universe concept, regeneration. So we can always bring in a new actor to play the Doctor. The show, more than any other, reinvents itself. The Doctor Who is not the same show it was 50 years ago. Doctor Who is not the same show it was 40 years ago. Doctor Who is not the same show it was 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Doctor Who is not the same show it was in 2013 when the 50th came out. It's a different show. That's what Doctor Who does. It changes and evolves and reinvents itself. So the point is, if the show isn't good right now, if people aren't watching it, change it, reinvent it, bring in a new Doctor. We've already heard rumors that Jodie's leaving. Cast a 14th Doctor. Find somebody who's going to be good in this role. And more importantly, for the love of God, this is number one, get somebody else to run it. Chibnall is terrible. I call him Shitnall because that seems to sum him up. He's awful at it. It's just, The Timeless Children was garbage. You need to retcon that immediately. You want to make classic fans happy? Retcon that crap. Not, although I will admit there are some classic fans out there that love it, and that's fine. But that's the thing. You can fix Doctor Who. You can make Doctor Who good again. Most shows you couldn't do that. Once you crap the bed, it's done. Like Game of Thrones, Season 8, bed is crapped, done. Here, though, in Doctor Who, boom, bring in new companions. Boom, bring in a new 14th Doctor. Boom, bring in a new show writer. And for the love of God, get some of the old writers back. Seriously. Bring in some classic writers. Why have we not had more classic writers? I know a lot of them are still around. Bring some of the classic writers back. Bring some of the people back who were writing for the Russell T Davies era of the show. Although keep Pete. I like Pete. Kerblam's a pretty fair episode. Praxis is But Kerblam was a pretty fun little episode. And I love his shorts for the classic box sets. Keep him. But, you can fix Doctor Who. You can fix it. It's not a horse with a broken leg. You don't have to drag it out back and shoot it. Just get rid of Chibnall. And let whoever you bring in someone to run the show that loves the show. Like Russell T Davies loved the show. Stephen Moffat loved the show. You had two people running the show who grew up watching the show. Find somebody who's a big Doctor Who fan and bring them in because they will treat it with the reverence it deserves. Much like John and Dave Filoni have done with The Mandalorian. John Favreau and Dave Filoni. It's because they love Star Wars, and so they treat it with a reverence and respect. And because of that, Mandalorian is awesome. So you bring in somebody that loves Doctor Who and will treat it the way it deserves to be treated. Doctor Who is going to be awesome. Also, cast a wide net when you're casting the next Doctor. Bring in bring in men, bring in women, bring in all these different ethnicities, and hire the person who just does the best audition. Don't worry about their gender. Don't worry about their color. Find whoever does the best audition over this wide net you cast out. Cast them as the Doctor. Bring in a good companion. I really think we only need one companion. One should be fine. A really good companion. And then come up with some great stories. Look at some of the Doctor Who stories from the Russell T Davies era, or from the 60s, or from 70s. 70s Who, to me, has the best written stories. Look at some of those. Draw inspiration. Bring some people in. Doctor Who can be saved. There's no reason to cancel it. I don't think the BBC would be that short-sighted. So I think all of this stuff, all this talk is nonsense. I think one person made a thing about it, and then once one person makes a video about it, it's got to make the rounds. Everybody's got to make videos about it. So next thing you know, there's 24 videos about it, and it just doesn't make any sense when you actually stop and think about it for 3 seconds. It doesn't make any sense why Doctor Who would be canceled. It's too easy to fix. It's too easy. You get rid of Chibnall. You get rid of Whittaker. You completely recast. You change that TARDIS interior because her TARDIS is garbage. And then you write better stories. Don't necessarily shove political messages down my throat. Do them a little more subtly. But you can save Doctor Who. So I think the BBC knows this. So I think they're going to try. We're too close to the 60th for them to want to lose out on all that money. I think we will at least have Doctor Who for a couple more seasons and the 60th before they even consider letting it go. That's my thoughts on the matter. What do you think? Do you think Doctor Who is in trouble of cancellation? Do you think there's any truth to these rumors? Do you want Doctor Who to be canceled, or do you, like me, do you think they just need to fix it? Are you happy with it the way it is? Let me know. Comment down below. I love interacting. I love interacting with people and the people who view my channel. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. Also, I just started a Patreon page if you would like to contribute to what I do. Contributing to my Patreon also gets you access to things like voting in polls for videos I do. And there are 4 tiers in it. A couple of the higher tiers actually give you the ability to make video requests for things you would like to see me do, review, talk about, etc., etc. Check out my main channel, Prowl1701, PROWL1701, where I talk about all things Star Wars. Also, if you would like to contribute to my Patreon page, a link to that should be in the description. Most importantly, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.